what you could see is a type of, Bashir regime light, or Bashir regime with a light civilian cover, a kind of step-by-step Islamization of going back to the days of the Bashir regime. And in the case of the army, we know that there's no doubt about it, that the partisans of the former regime, that Islamists, that extremists who live in exile in Turkey are connected to the army side. The Americans have a role in the disaster. The Americans didn't do anything after the military coup of October 25th, 2021. They didn't sanction the generals. That was the time to do it. The Americans thought that they had all this time to arrange things, when actually after Abdullah Hamdok, after the prime minister was overthrown by the army, that accentuated the competition between the two military sides. And so the Americans were slow. The Americans didn't do anything. They didn't pay enough attention to the situation in Sudan, I think, and they deserve part of the blame. Now, today, the Americans are talking to both sides. I personally think the Americans lean towards the army, like the Egyptians, because they prefer kind of established institutions, and also because the Americans are obsessed with Russia, and somehow they think rapid support is Wagner. The reality is that the Russians support both sides. The Russians have good relations with the army, and the Russians have good relations with the rapid support. But I think the Americans, once again, have a kind of superficial view of the situation. Like I said, this is a problem that is easier to fix before it became a problem, right? So now we're in the situation where we need to stop the fighting for the sake of the Sudanese people, and then try to find some kind of political solution. Not easy.